Because if that university student can be killed in that way in Sokoto, it can happen in other places too. And if it can be on the basis of that WhatsApp message where it just seems that this young lady just expressed maybe impatience, maybe it was a little rude, but I don't think that there was any sort of like lack of love for her fellow students, her colleagues who were Muslim. I don't think there was any lack of heart for them. I think it was just simply a case of why do we have to talk about this? Why can't we focus on our school assignments or something like that? And and for something like that to be taken to such a level that will cost them that person's life is a little much. But of course, people at that age can be volatile sometimes, and we have problems with school shootings in the country that I know, that I have lived in for a long time, which is the U.S. And a lot of perpetrators are between the ages of, say, 18 and 25. So we have, you can have that sometimes where young people in college or high school age, they just feel one kind of way. But the people who are older than them need to respond properly to those things. And I think that's where I'm coming from, such as if you want your community to grow and you want development in the fields of medicine, developments in the fields of just academics, just anything, technology, everything that we need in our country. If you want growth, then you have to kind of tell people they have to check certain sentiments and not be overly sensitive to certain things, because once that takes up so much room and takes up such space, then it kicks out other things. It makes other things less possible. Then it means that people are not able to focus on other things that are more important than what that is. So that is something that we definitely need to curb and work on. And I think the best people to do that really are the elders in that community who understand, who those people will listen to and respect. Because maybe if somebody else said something, and if somebody else tried to offer direction, maybe they wouldn't take it as seriously. But if those elders in the Muslim community and the tribal northern community, if those elders got involved and said to them, hey, listen, you can't just react to something like that on this basis. Otherwise, people will be afraid to come to our universities. Otherwise, we can't invite foreign teachers to come and teach here, because they'll be scared that if they say something like, hurry up and do your homework and put that Quran away, that they'll just die. They might die because of that. And that's not good. It's too much. It's too much. And you don't want an environment that is that... I don't know what word that is that easily triggered that because then again, very little everyone will try to stay away from there, and then that'll inhibit growth. It'll inhibit commercial growth. It'll inhibit all kinds of growth, and that's not good. And then so just coming from looking at it from that perspective, I would wish for the elders in that community to stand up more and really kind of take on a sense of really kind of having a vision for what is it that you want for your community, what is it that you want for these young people in the future, 10, 20 years from now, and how are you going to get that? Are you going to get that by being, by every little thing just causing a ruckus? Because we're not. It's not going to help. So just really take that into consideration and take that to heart as an opportunity to really kind of educate them and say, hey, you don't know what that young lady could have been. She could have been the doctor, the medical doctor that was going to save your imam or whatever. But we'll never know that because she was just like, impatient and said, oh, well, we don't have to talk about religion here. Let's talk about that was enough to kill her. I mean, it doesn't really make any sense. It is taking away what that person that God is going to use to bless even the community that is feeling triggered. So it's kind of I don't even know though. So to even extend that further. I don't know, though, that most people would react the way these kids did, obviously. I think that 90% of the time what she said would probably, they might have been like, hey, watch it, don't be so this or don't be so that, and then everybody would move on. But unfortunately, in this situation, these students, these young people just took it to another level. If she was among colleagues who were like, elder who were 50 or 50 years old, and they all said, and she said something like, "Ah, let's focus on our work. I beg, let's, we don't have, we'll pray later." I don't think that would have subjected her to death. I just think this situation was just, was rather unfortunate and unusual, but it's a chance to really kind of, for the elderly people to really kind of try to convey to these young people what is it that you hope for this community, and that this gets in, things like that get in the way. And so I'm hoping that that's the heart that and so that is taken with, and that it's not an opportunity to just take sides and say who's right and who's wrong. The point is, it's a loss for all of us. It's a loss for the Christian community. It's a loss for the Muslim community. It's a loss for everybody, to me, and it's unfortunate. So I think that and I think that such things should be avoided, because it just gets in the way of what is possible for all of us.